What's up, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of monthly measures for September of 2025. We've got 7 releases for you that I want to highlight today, and we'll jump right into it. First up, we've got a band called Dying Remains with an album called Merciless Suffering. This is death metal from Canada. This one was released September the 15th via Maggot Stomp. It's the debut full length of this band, and it's 30 minutes of raw cinematic horror mixed with 90s gritty aggression. Dying Remains does a really good job of channeling regional and early influences into concise, energetic tracks. While it may initially seem like standard revivalism, don't believe that. Closer listens will reveal genuine intensity, sharp execution, and subtle originality. Love this album. That is Merciless Suffering by Dying Remains. Up next, we've got a band called Retch with an EP called Abject, Cruelty. It's death metal from Canada. Released September 26th via Time to Kill Records. You know, sometimes sticking with proven methods can be a little bit more effective than experimentation, especially in heavy music where we all know precision is key. This band blends familiar extremes with skill and energy, crafting a sound that feels both classic and fresh. Abject Cruelty delivers relentless intensity, pairing brutal aggression and tight, compelling song structures. Set against themes of societal collapse, which I'm a huge fan of listening to music based around that, this EP draws listeners into a gripping, unyielding descent. That's Abject Cruelty by Retch. Up next, we've got a band called Unaligned with an album called A Form Beyond. This is progressive tech death from Florida. September the 12th via Transcending Obscurity Records. This one's full of blistering tempos and infectious rhythms. The percussion work stands out, delivering technical mastery and power that drives the album forward. The vocals are equally impressive, blending guttural depth with piercing highs to create a dynamic and aggressive performance. There are zero, when I tell you zero, I mean zero weak moments across all 8 tracks of this album. I cannot recommend this one enough. That is A Form Beyond by the band Unaligned. Up next, we've got a band called Themata with an EP called Riven, sludge metal from Finland. Other bands that dates back to the early 2010s, roughly. This one delivers a heavy, slow-paced sound that checks all the emotional boxes that I look for in this style of music. The contrast between aggression and fragility builds to intense peaks where vocals and instruments howl with raw emotion. Altogether, the album forms a dark, cohesive sonic experience that's both crushing and expressive. Really big fan of this one. Excited to see what this band does in the future. That is a band called Themata with an EP called Riven. Up next, we've got Igor with an album called Amen, metal from France. This one was released September 19th via Metal Blade. Notice I didn't put any subgenre categories on it because this is a genre-defying sonic assault packed with intense, electrifying energy. It blends many different musical styles into a chaotic yet masterful experience. It's a true showcase of their ability to fuse operatic, classical, and industrial sounds into something both brutal and artful. Don't try to categorize it, just buckle up for a ride of relentless innovation. That's all I can say about that. That is Amen by Igor. Up next, we've got an album called Ascension by Paradise Lost. It's doom from the UK. This one was released September 15th via Nuclear Blast Records. This release blends doom metal heaviness with a sleek theatrical edge. I've seen some other outlets referring to it as an evolution in the band's style, but it feels more like they're revisiting past styles throughout the entire album, just in my opinion. The band's craftsmanship is as good as it's ever been. The mix of groove and grit offers enough punch to appeal to the fans of their earlier stuff. Really like this one from Paradise Lost. That is Ascension by Paradise Lost. Up next, we've got an album called Solastalgia by Retch. This is post-metal from Germany. This one was released September 19th via AOP Records. This album is brimming with aggressive riffs, anthemic choruses, and a lot of melodic depth. There's a heavy showcase of powerful vocals and intricate guitar work, while the album shifts from the bleakness of their previous work to a more hopeful and, I think, redemptive tone. There are creative touches throughout the entire album, like piano, cymbal transitions, and acoustic ballads that add texture. In my opinion, this is the band's boldest and most balanced release to date. Big fan of that one. That is Solastalgia by Retch. That was part 2 of Monthly Measures for September 2025. Thank you to all of you that watched. Go support these bands. I'll put the Bandcamp links to all these albums in the description. Stay tuned for part 3 in the coming days, the next day or so. Have a wonderful day, everybody.